Okay, class, this is it. I would have liked to have sent you this announcement on Sunday, but my work schedule has been that crazy. So I'm just going to say a few things about closing up with this with the class, and then just kind of give you the last minute information about final and grades. So we're here at the end, and I know that you are all looking forward to the end of the semester, finishing up. I hope this is not the end of you engaging in studying history. You know, when you think about how little that Americans know about U.S. history, and then you think about how little exposure or thought that we often put into or think about when it comes to Western civilization, which the United States was directly born out of. Like the United States is a European project, as my one grad school professor used to say. I always want you to think about that. The United States is a European project. We are not indigenous to this land. We have a political system and a way of life, and we're speaking a language that goes back into Western Europe. Okay? And as we learned, many of the things that come out of Western Europe and our culture go back to the Mediterranean, Middle East, and Africa. Okay? But having said that, so now imagine if we're not really understanding our own origins, how much worse do we see Americans understanding world history? World as in the world outside of the Western sphere. It's quite astonishing. So, I just want you to really feel proud that you're now engaging and learning about these things. I'm going to post a video underneath if you want to entertain yourself with, and maybe one more, just to give you an idea of just like the state of the United States in terms of our analysis of things and what's considered news. So, for example, well, that's all I have to finish saying on that. You've heard enough of my own views, and you've been exposed to this for this whole semester. What about grades in the final? So, quick note. I don't encourage it, but I don't have an issue with it. If you don't want to do the final and you think you have enough points, then that's your call. What I want you to do is I want you to then write to me as soon as possible and say, Mr. Pollock, I'm not going to take the exam. Then I'll give you the 0 right there on the spot. And if I give you that 0 on the spot and your grade doesn't look the way that you think it should, in other words, maybe you're content with a B, or you think you have an A, well, then you have time to go ahead and like do it after all. And so I'll let you do it. So it won't be a finalized. If you write to me and say you're not doing the final, and I put the 0, and the 0 does something to your grade that you didn't think it would do, I will let you go ahead and still turn in the final as long as you turn it in at the time that the final is supposed to be turned in on. Do you follow? If you have any questions on this, give me a call. Okay? And I'm going to try to I'm going to get the grades into PiratesNet by Sunday night, but I'm not going to be able to probably get all the grades in until Sunday. I want you to be paying attention to your grades and to look at it. Oh, I needed to say this to my other class. Canvas, for whatever reason, every time I change and alter my class in the module, it just keeps all of my assignments in the grade book, which is really frustrating. So when you look in the grade book, you're going to see all these assignments. Well, if it wasn't in the module, you didn't have to do it. And if it's left empty, it doesn't affect your grades. So just ignore that. I wish I would have remembered to say that into my 101 announcement. So in any case, just pay attention to that, and I'm going to try to get the grades done as soon as possible, but unfortunately it may be Sunday before I actually get to finish up some of yours. But if you turn them in early, I can start. I'm going to be grading today until Wednesday, and then I have till Sunday to finish up your finals. But if you turn in things early, then I'm going to try to get them all graded. I'm going to be relatively quite available for the next 2 days. So if you have any issues or problems, I want you to call me up. If you don't get a hold of me, text me or leave a message so I know who you are, and I will get back and take care of it. And I'll get to you, okay? So that's it. I wish all of you the best. And the other thing I didn't get to say to my other class is I wish you all a happy holidays, whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas, of course, and Kwanzaa or whatever holiday you're doing or not doing. Some of my students don't celebrate at all. Well, may the season treat you right. May the world be a better place. That's always at least a nice thought, right? Okay. Peace.